whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half.
Yes, it is. Nice job. Today we're going to learn about minor scales, and we're going to learn 3 formulas. Do you have your note writing stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, we learned about key signatures last time, and we learned that each key signature could be either a major key or a minor key. This is true? Yes, Dr. B.
Yes.
Awesome. Yep. Okay. So, C major's relative minor is
A minor.
A minor. How do we get that answer?
It's a 3 half steps
3 half steps down. You got
back
it. Good job.
now.
All right. So, let's see how this works. Hold the phone. Let me try the screen share of Classroom Maestro. Does this work?
Yes.
Do you see it big?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. When we have our relative minor, what kind of minor is it?
Natural.
Natural minor. Do you know the formula for a natural minor scale?
Yes.
What is it?
Whole, half, whole, half, whole, right?
Okay, I'm going to say first note.
Okay, yeah. First note,
Whole step.
whole,
Half
half.
step. Whole step. Whole step. Half step. Whole step. Whole step. Did you get it?
That's our natural
That's your natural minor.
minor scale. Wrote it down.
Whole. Write it down. Half. Whole. Whole. Half. Whole. Whole. Is that a true statement? Whole, half, whole, half, whole. You got that in your notes?
Yep.
Excellent. I'm going to erase that. Did you all get your screenshot that wanted it?
Yep.
If not, take it now. Hashtag DocBTheory.
You know,
Right.
Beethoven was the first to do the hashtags before Twitter.
That's right. Okay, I'm going to clear that. Now, what are the other 2 forms of minor?
Harmonic minor.
Harmonic minor and
Melodic minor.
melodic minor. In your student manual, on page 47 or 45. 45 is what it says in the corner. On page 45, there is a good little handout. Someone's lost. We got to get Jamie here.
I got here. Hi.
Got here. Hi. Welcome.
Thank you.
There is a page on the three forms of minor scales. Are you all with me?
Yes.
Let's see
Yes.
if I'm with me. All right, here we go. Now, I find that students find their forms of minor scales 3 ways. They either memorize the formulas, they find them from the parallel major, or they find them from the relative major. I think you will find that you fall into one of those 3 camps, or a combination of those camps. I had one other student that didn't fall into those 3 camps, but they were from a foreign country, and they did solfege to figure out their minors, which is really number 1. with different terminology. Okay, so harmonic minor is whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole and a half, half. Did you get that?
Yes.
Are you seeing my screen? You can take a screenshot or just refer to page 45/47 in your student manual. Now, what's the deal with the harmonic minor scale? What do we do to... Well, how does it differ from the natural minor scale?
You raise the seventh.
You raise the seventh, and it sounds a little Aladdin-y. Except for... Whoa. And we're all Arabian Nights, right?
That sounds like
Or you-
Luigi's Mansion.
Or you gotta, or you gotta keep it separated.
Yeah, that's... I don't know what you're talking about. You with me?
Yep.
Okay. Shall we go melodic? Yeah, let's
Yes.
go melodic, Dr. B. All right, here we go. Melodic minor. First note. Whole step. Half step. Whole step. Whole step. Whole step. Whole step. Half step. There it is, ascending. Ooh, let's see what it does when I do this. Ah, so it's just natural minor going down. Did you see that? So ascending. First note, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. And then it's natural minor descending. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Dr. B.
Questions, comments, concerns, friends with questions.
And
Go ahead.
how is it natural minor going down?
Because we lower that 6th and 7th scale degree from G sharp to G and F sharp to F. Are you with me? I don't think you're with me. Catherine, where are you? Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you fine. I just don't understand, so I have to pull up the piano and figure it
All right.
out.
So let's look at my little screen now. Do you see my screen? So melodic minor is going to follow this formula. Ascending. And it's going to follow this formula. Descending. Which is this formula. But backwards. It definitely gives a different flavor, doesn't it? it's completely different from harmonic. And I would say the most common form of the minor scale you're going to find is the harmonic minor. All right, minor scales.
They're so much fun.
It talks about natural minor on page 10. It talks about harmonic minor. And then it talks about melodic minor. The third type of minor scale is the melodic minor scale, which has an ascending form and a descending form. The ascending form shown next is like a natural minor with a raised 6 and 7, or as major with a lower third. The descending form of the melodic minor scale is the same as the natural minor scale. The three minor scales are summarized in example 1-14. The scale degrees that differ from the major are circled. Notice the arrows used in the connection with the melodic minor scale in order to distinguish the ascending scale degree 6 and 7 from the descending scale degree 6 and 7. Also note that scale degrees 1 through 5 are identical in all three forms of the minor scale. This pattern of whole, half, whole, whole is known as the minor pentachord. Questions?
Scale 1 through 5. Can you say that one more time?
The first 5 notes are the same in all three forms of minor. You know them from piano as 5-finger patterns.
Oh.
But our book's calling them pentascales because there's 5 notes. Yes?
Yes.
You with me? What happens next determines if it's natural or if it's harmonic or if it's melodic. But the first 5 notes are always the same for all three forms of minor scales. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Did Nick? All right. Do you all have music manuscript paper? I should have written that down on the syllabus as something you need.
Yes.
If you don't have it, print them out. I'm going to put an awesome link in the chat here for you. It has music manuscript paper in every, not every, but almost every conceivable format you could want. So click there. If you need music manuscript paper, you can print it out or do it digitally on your devices. Questions, comments, concerns? All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to draw for me a harmonic minor scale in the key of D minor. D minor harmonic minor scale. Ready, set, go. D harmonic minor's relative major is?
Relative?
Yes.
G. Wait. D.
F major.
F.
F major. F major's key signature is?
1
1 flat.
flat.
1 flat. When you've got it, hold it up to your camera. Oh, here we go. Sydney and Robin are on it. I can almost see it. Who is that? Your name has disappeared. Peter. Peter, you look different.
Yes.
Robin, do you got a C sharp in that?
No.
Make sure you got a C sharp. Good, Sydney. You with me? This is the correct answer. Is that what you got? Now that we know what we're doing, you ready for another one?
Here. Sorry, I'm really slow, but
Do you have a B flat and a C sharp?
can you see?
No. Watch out for that merger on the left.
I'm still obtaining the script paper.
I pulled over.
You should have D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C sharp, D.
Oh, shoot. I got everything but the C sharp.
Okay. Yeah, we got to remember to raise our seventh, right? You ready for another one? I'm going to give you a doozy. Are you ready? I want you to give me the relative natural minor for A major. The relative natural minor for A major. The relative natural minor for A major. What's the relative minor for A major?
It'd be
F
C.
sharp minor.
F sharp minor.
F sharp minor. Got to go down 3 half steps to the left because I gave you the major.
Why is it F sharp and not G flat again?
Because A major is a sharp key, not a flat key. Good question. Good question.
I guess it's hard to
again?
see on the. It's hard for me to do it on this, looking at a staff for some reason.
Yeah.
Uh,
So let's talk about that for a second. That brings up an awesome teaching point and an awesome test taking strategy. I'm going to change my screen to a whiteboard. Are you ready?
Mhm.
I want to teach you all how to draw a piano. If you can draw a piano, you can do anything. Almost. Here's how you draw a piano. You ready? Down, over, up, space, down, over, up, big space, down, over, up, space, down, over, up, space, down, over, up, big space, down, over, up, space, down, over, up, big space, down, over, up, space, down, over, up, space, down, over, up, space. And then you go from the middle of the black key in the big space. And you got to make the sound or it's wrong. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I gave you the key of A. So then you're going to go 3 half steps down to the left. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to get F sharp because A is a sharp key. This is going to be a sharp key. I know my formula because I memorized it in the first 32 minutes of class today First note, whole step. Half step. Whole step. Whole step. Half step. Whole and a half step.
Oh.
Half step.
Wonderful.
And there's my F sharp harmonic minor scale. I wasn't supposed to do that. I was supposed to do natural. Darn it. Let's fix that. Do, 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 do. Okay. That should have just been an E to get my natural minor, right? You with me?
Mhm.
Now, here's 3 rules that if you will follow, you won't mess up. Rule number 1 for scales. Don't skip a letter. Rule number 2 for scales. Don't repeat a letter. Rule number 3 for scales. Don't mix drugs and alcohol, sharps and flats. Now there's an exception to that rule. You can mix sharps and flats if it happens on scale degree 7. Let's go back to D minor. Can we go to D minor? D harmonic minor. D harmonic minor will illustrate this beautifully for me. So I got my D. It's my first note. Whole step, E. Half step, F. Whole step, G. Whole step, A. Half step, B flat. Because remember, F major, our relative major, is a flat key. Whole and a half. I got to follow rule number 1, not skipping a letter. So I'm going to call it C sharp. So that's the one time I can mix sharps and flats. Half step. And that gives me D harmonic minor. Are you with me? Whose friends have questions? If you're afraid to ask a question, you can ask me privately in the chat too, and I won't say, Peter's got a question in the chat.
Rude.
I totally won't out you like that. Come on now. Any questions? You getting this? My job is to make sure you're getting it, so if you're not getting it, you better let me know so I can do my job.
You think I'm okay on that?
Yeah, I'm good as well.
All right, you ready for a new one? Let's do it on staff paper this time. Let's do the melodic minor of B flat major. The melodic minor of B flat major.
E or B?
B flat is in Bascom.
So you're asking for the parallel form of B flat parallel.
No, I'm asking for the relative.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The relative minor of B flat major. B flat. B flat major relative melodic minor. Oops, I only sent that to Peter. Let's send that to everybody. Let's start with what's the relative minor of B flat major?
G.
Say again.
G.
G is in Gumby. Yes. First note, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. Now what?
Half step. Or are we doing melodic?
Yeah.
Okay, so whole step.
Whole step,
Full.
whole,
Half.
half. Going down. Whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step. Did you get it?
Yes.
So it's going to take some doing to get these formulas memorized, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yay for student manual packets. Okay, some kids do it completely different. They don't memorize formulas. I call them parallel kids. The parallel kids find the parallel major and they make some adjustments. So, if we were in the key of E flat minor, if we wanted an E flat minor scale from our natural minor, they would write the E flat major scale. We're going to lower third. What was the deal? Third, sixth, and seventh. You're right. My apologies. And it's going to end up looking like why doesn't it let me do that? Yep. Now if I wanted harmonic, I would just lower third and sixth. Right? Whoa, come back to me. True? Now, if this isn't the way you do it, and this is confusing you, don't listen to anything I'm saying. Right? Are we live out there? Catherine, you look like you're going to fall asleep. Okay. Those are the parallel kids. Who out there is a relative kid? I'm a relative kid. Does anybody know if you're a relative kid? Trey's a relative kid.
I am.
Who's that?
Me.
Skylar.
Yep.
I'm a relative kid too. So if I want to find E flat minor, I know that my major is G flat major. So what I do is I can write my G flat major scale, and I can take off. Oh, you're not seeing this, are you? I can take off the last two notes. I can put them on the other side. And then I can double this note on the other side as well. And if I do that, I will get an E flat natural minor scale. I don't know if it helps to think of it that way or not. Does it? You can also think of it as you take G flat major, you go down your three half steps, 1, 2, 3, to get E flat minor, and then you play the same notes. Or you can follow your pattern. So like I said, you can mix the two ways of finding it. That's not what I wanted to do. Questions, comments, concerns, friends with questions. Are you getting this?
Yes.
Is it just going to take you some time? You're going to memorize the formulas? You're going to be a formula kid? You're going to be a relative kid? You're going to be a parallel kid? You're going to be a crossover? Is this thing on?
Yeah, you're good.
I think I was a mix of the two.
Yeah? Which two?
The relative and parallel kid.
That's a strange mix. Most kids are, if they're mixes, they're one of those two and formula. But to each his own, I suppose. I don't care how you do it as long as you can do it and do it right. Yes? This could be coming to a quiz near you soon. True? We're having an online quiz. Are you as excited as I am? And on that quiz, you have to be able to notate pitches on a piano, write pitches on a staff given their number, like D4 or A3. You have to be able to write a melodic minor scale, a harmonic minor scale, and a natural minor scale. And you have to be able to notate key signatures. How do you feel about all that? Do you feel like you could do that?
Yes.
Who wants to practice key signatures?
Sure.
Let me give you a curveball before we do that. Are you ready? Oh, come on. What if I gave you something nasty? Oh man, this is going to drive me to drink. Wait for it. Are you ready for this nasty curveball? What if I said, write me a B major scale, ready to go, in this clef? Could you do it?
You look for middle C, and
No.
then
Yeah, keep going. Say it again. You're right. Whoever was saying that.
That was me, Ethan. You look for middle C, and then since B is close to C, just go a half step down, and then work your way from there.
So here's middle C. I'm in a nasty key. Hold on.
You had me in the first half, not gonna lie.
Say again?
But yeah, you start with the B, then you do the, you said B major?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you use the formula there.
This is alto, right?
Is it?
What I was asking.
Is this alto? Class? What class
Yes.
is this? Is it? It is alto class. Why is it calling that C flat? I don't want to call C flat. I want it to call B.
Because you were in E flat, I think.
Yeah, I got flats going on. Do you remember the formula for a major scale?
Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half.
Wow.
Is that what yours looks like?
Yeah, that's good.
You alternated spaces and lines. You have 5 sharps on Father Charles Goes Down and?
Yes.
Are you ready for this quizzy poo? I'm going to make it available on Canvas, and I'll make it due like, I don't know, Sunday night at 9:59 p.m.
Available today?
Yeah, sure,
Oh, okay.
if I remember. We have 2 quizzes for Chapter 1, so we got to get them done quick. Quiz is all done on Canvas, multiple guess.
Will there be any in the tenor clef like there was in the book? There was
Maybe.
an example of that.
Perhaps. I will tell you for sure there is one in either alto or tenor clef, but I can't remember which one it's in. Hint, hint, cough, cough, wink, wink, snicker, snicker.
When is tenor clef ever used?
Great question. All the time, depending on what instrument you play. Cello?
It's
Viola? I heard a really good viola joke yesterday. My son told me. You ready? How can you tell if a viola is playing out of tune?
it's playing in general.
Yeah, you can see the bow moving.
Yeah.
Alright.
Washed up violin players.
Actually, it's like, just like a little cello, not violin, but
So,
Oh, I mean, it's the place where violin players go when they can't get first chair.
So the violist went up to the conductor and said, Maestro, maestro, the bass player turned one of my pegs, and he won't tell me which one he turned. Kyle's just shaking his hand. All right.
This hurts.
Are you a
Can
viola
never
player?
catch a breath.
Yeah, I played for 6 years.
Oh, Kyle.
So did I. I know all the jokes.
That's all I do is tell viola jokes because I was a bass player. That we
Can
make
never
fun of the
catch a
second,
break.
second violinist. Chuck, 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 Chuck. All right, back to work. Are we ready for this quiz? Do you
Hey,
feel
they
prepared?
can at least play eighth notes, unlike double bassists.
Low blows.
How about cellos on Canon and D?
that's just that we don't talk about that, okay?
Too far, sorry.
Questions? Any questions for me on
Hurts.
anything we've talked about besides the jokes?
Why is there 2 quizzes instead of just one?
I don't know. It's just the way it is. The book came up with 2 quizzes. Can we talk about the book? Any questions about the book? I got a couple emails this weekend. I want to make sure we're all on the same page with the book. We're buying.
You weren't. Oh, sorry.
We're buying a digital ebook and a physical workbook. True?
My workbook is late, but yeah.
It's late.
Workbook?
Yes.
Wait, where do we get the workbook?
You get the workbook from the bookstore.
Yeah, I ordered it online last week, and I looked this morning. It's available now for me. So.
It looks like
That's
this.
just great. All right.
Do not order it online from anywhere but our bookstore, or you'll be paying more money. You get an access code and a workbook. Are you all with me?
The access code will be with the book rather than an email.
Correct. It'll be shrink wrapped. Questions? The workbook, you will do the workbook assignments and you'll take pictures and upload them to Canvas. Now there's also there's assignments in the ebook that you'll turn in. The first ebook assignment is due August 30th. I was hoping that you would have already read chapter 1, but I know that's probably...
Yeah, one thing I did see there were a lot of examples on every single page, and I was wondering if we were required to do any of that.
You are only required to do the assignment. It should be pretty clear on how to get
I haven't seen that yet.
Okay.
I just read the chapter.
Yeah, no, yeah. The awesome thing about this book is there's self-tests and all the answers are in the ebook at the end. So
you can also go, if you don't have the book yet, you can go and connect and read it for free for like 2 weeks. So you can like just read chapter 1 now before even having the book.
Good point. Good point. Yeah, you can get a free trial or something. So if you're waiting for financial aid, sugar, significant others, or winning the lottery, you can get 2 weeks while you wait. Cool.
How do you want us to turn in the workbook pages? Just take a picture of it and
upload it to Canvas. Yeah.
Upload it to Canvas? Okay.
Yeah. I don't think I put a due date on that yet.
Can we use Finale and just email you the copy?
I don't want anything emailed to me. You could upload your Finale.
Or upload it, but you...
You can, but that's going to be a hassle. That's going to be a lot of work. But if you're glutton for punishment and you want to do that, you can do that. All right. Moving on in the chapter, shall we? Let's talk about intervals. What is an interval?
Space. Distance between two notes.
The distance between two notes. Love it. All right. Let's get out of this nasty clef. What is a major second above E?
F
F sharp.
Yeah.
F is a minor second. F sharp is a major second. What is a major third above E?
D sharp. No, G sharp.
G sharp.
Jesus Christ. What is going on?
G sharp. It does not like me today. Good. Perfect fourth.
A.
Perfect fifth.
B.
Perfect fifth. Then major sixth.
C sharp.
Major seventh.
D sharp.
Perfect octave.
F flat.
Wrong. E to shining E. Now you'll notice that all the majors and the perfects were the notes of the major scale, yes?
Affirmative.
Yes.
So we had major second, major third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth. Oh, there's a P. Major sixth. Major seventh. And a perfect octave. Are you with me? We could do the same for a minor scale. Is this true?
Mm-hmm.
Is it true?
They're going to be different intervals
Because why?
because it's different. It's a minor. You got a different formula. And
Yeah, it's not going to work, is it? Because E to F sharp's still a major second. And a major and a minor scale both have what?
The perfect intervals.
Perfect intervals. They belong to both, don't they? Okay. Do we get any minor intervals, though?
yes,
What do we get?
the minor third first,
Get the minor third. Okay.
and then minor sixth and seventh.
So the only thing we don't get is minor second.
Minor second.
Okay. So minor second is why won't you let me call you that? There we go. There's our minor second. In your student manual packet, there is a page all about intervals. Are you able to see my screen?
No.
What? Now? Are you able to? Can you see my student packet that I'm scrolling through?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
All right, I printed out for you in your student packet, or I put in your student packet rather, a list. And I don't know if I've already passed it. I think I have. I put in a list of interval songs for each interval. And I put in a blank one. If you don't like my songs, you can do your own interval song chart. You with me? So here are the songs that I like. A minor second, Jaws. least. Major second is do re. Anyway, I'll probably go over these maybe tomorrow in ear training. But these are little songs that you can use as a crutch so that you'll be able to hear the intervals. You with me? Take on Me. It's like the greatest song ever. Anybody heard the acoustic remake that a-ha did? It was on.
Yes.
What show was that on? Was it on Breaking Bad?
The show? It was on a movie.
What movie was it on?
Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2. I didn't see it, but I heard it was on it.
You should watch it. It's towards the end.
Yeah. It's a really pretty remake with completely different chord substitutions. I loved it.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah.
I haven't learned it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Who am I talking to?
Mateo.
Awesome. Yeah, I played around with it too with Classroom Maestro to figure out what the chords were, and that was a lot of fun. Okay, so there's a blank in there.
I just found it.
You found like the sheet on.
Oh, sorry. I was saying, yeah. No, like the chords, I found it, and then I just learned it ever since.
Yeah.
It was pretty easy. It wasn't nothing hard or anything.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, so those are there for you if you want to use those. Now, I want to teach you a completely different way of learning your intervals or being able to tell your intervals. And I'm going to do it with a whiteboard. Are you ready? There's no zero. Unless you want a zero. Some kids like to do it one way and some kids like to do it another way.
0 could be perfect prime.
True. That's a good way to think about it. Now this goes back to what we learned earlier about how to draw a piano. You with me? There's all your intervals. Now I'm going to draw a piano. Down, over, up, space. Down, over, up, big space. Down, over, up, space. Down, over, up, space. Down, over, up, big space. Down, over, up, space. Down, over, up, big space. Down, over, up, space. Down, over, up, space. Down, over, up. You with me? Yes, Dr. B, we're with you.
Yep.
Down.
Keep doing the or else it's not going to work.
That's right. All right. Here we go. I want to find a minor second starting on F. I'm going to go 1/2 step up. True?
No.
No?
That was C.
That's not an F.
What? For reals? Lost it.
It's morning.
I know. It's way too early.
I knew it didn't look right.
We'll just undo that. G flat. Am I right now?
Yes.
Come on, Zoom. Keep up with me. Boy. Did I get it right? Okay, so you can use that little chart to come up with any answer. You with me?
Yes.
By just counting half steps. So the number on the left is how many half steps. And the number on the right is the interval. So you should be able to come up with any interval using this chart now that you know how to draw a piano. Questions, comments, concerns?
How does that help you with ear training?
It doesn't. Except for you can make sure that you're absolutely right if you're trying to teach yourself to hear a certain interval. That other chart that I showed you with the song titles can help you in ear training for a little while as a crutch. This is more helping you for intervals in theory, being able to draw them on a staff. So I know if I draw an F to a G flat like I did on my other screen, then that I'm going to be right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Other questions?
Is the reason why we're not calling it F sharp is because we don't want to repeat the letter?
That's a great question. Yes. And if we call it F sharp, we've got something different. Believe it or not. Ah!
Augmented prime?
Is it that?
I guess.
Is that what it is?
Wouldn't it be chromatic?
Let's see if Classroom Maestro is going to cooperate with me today. No, it's not. What does it say? Augmented U for Augmented Unison. So, Kyle, that's the more scientific, nerdy answer. That's why we're calling it G flat. Otherwise, it's an Augmented Unison.
Awesome. Thank you.
So, yeah, it does. It's going to depend on what you call it. Now, if I change that to an A sharp, it's an augmented third versus a perfect fourth. So spelling does matter. There's a really funny YouTube video called Why It's Important to Marry a Good Speller. And this guy gets on the phone with 911. He says, yeah, my wife got bit by a warthog real bad. And they're like, okay, sir, can you tell us what street you're on so we can send an ambulance? And he says, yeah, we're on Eucalyptus Street. And they said, can you spell that? And he pauses. He says, yeah, I'm just going to drag her on over to Oak Street. It's classic. You got to look it up. Why it's important to marry a good speller. So, yes, spelling is important, and that's why. It totally changes the interval based on how you spell your notes. Cool? Have we had enough fun for today? We went over minor scales. A little review on key signatures, not much, but and then we talked about intervals today. I'll make Chapter 1's quiz available today, and I will see you on Wednesday, where I'll probably make the second quiz available. Try to get the book if you can. If not, go read from the free trial you can get with Connect, McGraw-Hill Connect. Questions, comments, concerns? I will see you Wednesday.
Or tomorrow.
Or tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I better see y'all tomorrow.